So look, bro, we finally back. It's been a fat minute, bro. I had to take like a 4-week break because I had to do school, bro. I dead ass had like 4 or 5 Fs, bro. Grinding my fucking ass off, bro. No cap. It sucks because like normally when I'm in school, bro, I just be looking over people's shoulders. I be getting B's, like, but like now you can't do that shit because it's online. But anyway, bro, we gonna be talking about the Western Conference seeding predictions, bro. And before I get into the video, bruh, y'all need to calm down, bruh. I'm not trying to disrespect nobody here. This is just dead ass my thoughts. And your seeding doesn't mean you're the best team in the league. It doesn't mean that your team is better than another team, talent-wise or chemistry-wise or anything like that. It's just how I think the regular season will unfold. So one, I have the Clippers. And yeah, I ain't no Clippers fan, bro. I'm a Nuggets fan. I really could care less for the Clippers. But why they gonna be the first seed is they gonna have a resurgent season. They need to have a great season for them to keep Kawhi Leonard. And I don't think they're making the finals this year, but they need to at least make the Western Conference Finals for Kawhi Leonard to stay. And so they're not gonna rest anymore. They're not gonna do any of that. But LeBron and AD are going to rest. So I feel like they'll be the first seed, but it'll be like at most 2 games. LeBron and AD, best duo in the league with the best team in the league. They will be the second seed, and I feel like they'll be the second seed because they need a rest. 70 games in between 2 seasons is tough, especially when you come off a championship. If you come off a disappointing thing, your mindset is like, fuck, I need to get back in the gym and we need to start working. But look, Bron and AD don't need to do that. Bron and AD can be the A seed and win the championship. What I'm sitting here and saying is that they are the best team in the league, talent-wise and chemistry-wise. And they will most likely win the championship in my mind. So then the 3rd seed I have the Nuggets, 4th seed I have the Mavs, 5th seed I have Houston with their current roster. Of course, James Harden is still a superstar. If he wants to get traded, he's still gonna play great. He's still got numbers. He's still got Dwayne Wade to chase an all-time ranking. I don't think he'll chase him because I don't know if James Harden will ever get a ring. But that's something else to be talked about. But look, and then 6th seed is Portland. 7th seed is Utah, and 8th seed is Phoenix. So you might be like, Portland is the 6th seed. They got Robert Covington and Derrick Jones Jr. Yeah, they did. But Terry Stotts is still a horrible coach. And there are teams that are above them that are more talented. You might be thinking, well, they're better than the Nuggets. Man, people who have said that are stupid. Okay, Jokic is better than Dame. I don't care what you say. Dame just came off a playoff performance where he shot 40% from the field and like 30% from 3. That's horrible. Jokic just averaged 27 and 8 in the playoffs, I'm pretty sure. But even if he didn't, he averaged 25, 11, and 7 in his playoff career. On 50, 41, 84, bro, Jokic is better. But besides the fact, bro, so Jamal Murray is, I would say, now better than CJ McCollum. That's a hot take. But I would just say because of his playoff performance, because of that he can come up in big clutch moments, that he is better than CJ McCollum. They're also a younger team. Will Barton's better than Rocco, believe me. MPJ has the opportunity to be better than Rocco. I think they're about tied right now. But so the teams above them are just more talented. And yeah, the Mavs are better than the Portland Trailblazers. Luka is better than Dame, and you can say whatever the hell you want on it. But Luka is a top 8 player in the league at least. Dame is not. Dame is arguably not a top 10 player, which I don't think he's a top 10 player. I think he's around 11 to 13 range. But, he's becoming overrated. But then, so 7 with Utah and 8 Phoenix. People have been saying, like, Utah's going to miss the playoffs. But no, the hell they ain't not. They're a great regular season team. They have Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert. And trust me, I fucking hate Utah, bro. I hate that fucking NBA team. That team is fucking trash. And I'm putting them in the playoffs. 7th seed, I think, is good. Last year, they got the 6th seed. But we're only 1 game ahead of the Mavs. So it's really, they could have been the 7th seed. But then also, they were only like a couple games below from the 4th seed. So the West is so stacked. Man, these things can fluctuate. If the Nuggets end up being a 4 or 5 seed, yes, I won't like it. But I can see it happening. But in the end of the day, that doesn't really matter to the Nuggets. They're a good enough team to where they can still put up a good playoff push if they're a lower seed. So yeah. But so with these seeds, we'll predict the playoffs right now, bro. Okay, the 1st seed Clippers versus the 8th seed Phoenix. I see Clippers in 5. Yeah, Phoenix, they do get in a little edge. They have the better point guard, better facilitator. They have, in some cases, they have more diverse shot creating because they don't have just wings that can shot create. DeAndre Ayton is a really good pick and roll player, and Chris Paul is a great guard that can shot create. But Clippers in the 5, they're more talented. They're I mean, I guess they would have more chemistry because they've been together longer. I wouldn't bet my money on that though. Then the 4 seed Mavs versus the 5 seed Rockets. I see the Mavs in 6. The Mavs are on a come-up team, man. Luka Doncic is going to be a top 5 player in the league in at least a couple years. If it's not going to be this year or next year, then it'll be at least in a couple years. They're going to beat the Rockets. Yeah, James Harden, he's been struggling in the playoffs. I'm not going to say that he's a bad playoff player because it's just not true. But he has been struggling when it comes to the turnovers. Like, he's been turning over at a historic rate in the playoffs. And so that's tough for them. I feel like the Rockets' mentality also, too, if they still have James Harden. James Harden's going to be pissed. So I don't know what that leads to. 3rd seed Nuggets versus 6th seed Portland. Like I said, the Nuggets are the better team. Like, in the playoffs, Jamal Murray for his career averages 24, 5, and 6 on 47, 41, 90. And I don't know what Dame averages in the playoffs. I'll come back and tell you. But in the playoffs so far, Jamal Murray is one of the most elite guards in the playoffs. Obviously, Jokic, he puts up great numbers. Will Barton's a really good playoff player. MPJ, he's going to contribute offensively. Gary Harris is a great defender who can slow down CJ McCollum. And then the 2 seed Lakers versus the 7 seed Utah Jazz. This is Lakers in 5, man. Lakers are going to dominate the playoffs. They have the best team in the league with the best player in the league with another top 7 player in the league. And that's in 5 versus Utah. Like, Utah is a great regular season team, but they just can't figure it out in the playoffs. So then the second round predictions, it'll be the Clippers versus the Mavs, the 1st seed versus the 4th seed. I see Clips in 6 or 7. And yeah, you might be like 6 or 7, bro. You crazy. They're a more talented team. But no, man, Clippers, they do have a problem with struggling. And their mentality is fucked up, bro. They need to get somebody in the locker room, like, I don't know, like a Paul Millsap or like a Jared Dudley. That's just a good locker room presence. There's so much toxicity in there. I feel like they need to get rid of Pat Bev because he just acts like he is shit and he's fucking trash. But look, that's besides the fact. They're going to have mentally tough issues, but they are the more talented team. Kawhi is better than Luka. That should be easy, known shit. And then Paul George, I feel like is better than Kristaps Porzingis. It's close now because Paul George is like a consistent choker now. I don't know what happened to him. Like, the Pacers day was crazy. But so then it'll be the 3 seed Nuggets versus the 2 seed Lakers. And I'll say the Lakers in 6. Yes, the Nuggets are getting better. They're getting older, as in like aging young players. But I mean, they're getting better and more talented, but they're just not at the stage yet to where they can be consistently in the Western Conference Finals. And trust me, I love the Nuggets, bro. They're my favorite team, you know, right ahead of Miami. But look, they're just not a good enough team to take the Lakers to 7, and obviously not a good enough team to beat them. So I don't believe that they'll beat them at all. So then in the Western Conference Finals, it'll be the Lakers and the Clippers, the matchup everybody wants. I see Lakers in 6. They're such a dominant team, you know, and if the Clippers don't get to themselves mentally, I could potentially see them make the finals. But that would be out of pocket prediction. I don't know if I would see them make the finals over the Lakers right now. But you know, as long as LeBron doesn't slow down like immensely, because he can slow down a little bit, I feel like he'll still be the best player in the league. But yeah, as long as he doesn't slow down too much, the Lakers are still one of the most stacked rosters in the league. I mean, the Clippers-Lakers matchup will be the best player in the league versus second best player in the league, so that'll be a good matchup. But I feel like it's Lakers in 6, so that means Lakers making the finals. I do expect them to win a championship, whether they're playing Brooklyn, which I don't think will make the finals, to be honest. Brooklyn, Milwaukee, Miami, maybe Philly makes the finals. Maybe the Celtics make the finals. It don't matter what their matchup is in the finals. They're winning the finals. So that should be LeBron's 5th and the Lakers 18th. So yeah, that's the video, bruh. If y'all like the video, and that's it.